Hey everyone, what's going on? I haven't looked a whole lot into this story about the Maryland newspaper shooting today, but I wanted to make a video and just talk about some of the things that immediately stick out to me. And I'm not sure how much time over the weekend I'm going to have to make videos, so I wanted to make a video just explaining some of these things that are going on with this story. If you're new to the channel, what I talk about is gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words and phrases, and how our mainstream media stories are this way every single day, how our sports leagues, and how basically there's signs and symbolism, and everything in this world is interrelated, and there are people who understand this ancient knowledge and they are using it to rule over us. So check out some links in the description. But if you've been following my channel all year, or even clear back in the towards the end of 2017, so in the past year, I've been saying how a lot of big things going on in the media are connected to what I was talking about in all my videos in 2015. I even talked about how Valentine's Day was one of the biggest important things that I talked about in 2015, and then we got the St. Valentine's Day massacre. And I talked about a bridge collapse like crazy and how it was connected to the Super Bowl this year. And then we got a bridge collapse in Florida, and I talked about an earthquake and whatnot. And I mean, I know I've been talking about an East Coast earthquake or possibly something to do with San Francisco, but just what are the odds we even get a big earthquake in the United States, in Hawaii? And also, another big thing that I was talking about earlier this year, and it's interrelated into the bridge symbolism and also the earthquake symbolism, is we had Ronda Rousey announce she was going to join the WWE on the same day as the Royal Rumble. She came out on the Royal Rumble and she was wearing the tribute stuff to Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper, and now she's Rowdy Ronda Rousey. And in 2015, Roddy Piper had died. And then the very next day on 8/1, Ronda Rousey had won her fight in 34 seconds and a whole bunch of other stuff. But what a big piece to the Rowdy Piper stuff was all connected to Philadelphia. And I talked about the Philadelphia Eagles like crazy. And in November of 2017, there was an earthquake, a 4.1 earthquake on the eastern United States, and a big piece was that it was felt in Philadelphia, and the word Super Bowl equals 41, and then the Eagles went on to win the Super Bowl with 41 points, and so on. And I talked about how Roddy Piper was on the TV show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia back in 2015, and how it was synced up to earthquakes and bridge symbolism. And I talked about his feud with Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan is really important to earthquakes this year. And Hulk Hogan also broke his ribs against Earthquake, the wrestler, and then he got his revenge in Philadelphia at the Spectrum. And with Ronda Rousey winning that fight on 8/1, that's important to bridge symbolism. Even this year, the Golden Gate Bridge was open for 81 years, and Golden Gate Bridge in gematria equals 81, the frontwards way and the backwards way. And we had the Super Bowl that was played in Minneapolis that was famous for a bridge collapse that happened on 8/1, August 1st, and it fell 81 feet, and the main trusses were 81 meters long, and it took them 81 minutes to transport everyone to the hospital. And I've talked about Pope Francis and the word pontiff meaning bridge builder, and Pope Francis is the first Jesuit pope, and he turned 81 years old 81 days after the Jesuit anniversary, and in Hebrew gematria, the word pope equals 81, and 8 months and 1 day after his birthday, his 81st birthday, is 81818 even, right? A bunch of 81 stuff. Even Francis Key, Francis Scott Key, the guy who wrote the national anthem, he was born on August 1st, 8/1. And that's what the Super Bowl was all about. It was about the kneeling during the national anthem. Talked about how it was synced up to the helter-skelter theory of Charles Manson, and then Charles Manson dies a month later, right? So all of these things have been interrelated, and this is no different. So hopefully all of that makes sense. Rowdy Ronda Rousey is really important to this newspaper shooting because they're bringing back up that the last time that there was a journalist attack, they're saying that, this is the worst one since 9/11. Another thing that I have been documenting like crazy, how there's tons and tons of 9/11 symbolism going on in the mainstream media. But they're bringing back up this Bridgewater shooting with Allison Parker and Adam Ward, right? And what I talked about in 2015 was that we had this song by the band Disturbed come out called The Vengeful One. And they used the movie called They Live in the video. And in that, They Live is a Roddy Piper movie. And he puts on these glasses and he can see the truth in the world. He can see, the advertisements and the true meaning behind them, the subliminal things that are going on in the world. And in the end of the movie, he shoots up the news people or whatever, the news station, and then Disturbed comes out with a video just before he dies, doing a tribute to that movie called They Live, where they shoot up the news people. And then in August, we get these news people shot up, right? And something that I pointed out in this footage here, this was the picture that they gave us on a ton of the. Well, originally they gave us a picture of a white guy doing this as well, and it was way darker out and whatever else. I can't even find it. I have to find my old video that's like on an old hard drive somewhere. But anyway, this is the picture they gave us, and I pointed out how it said Franklin County Bridgewater Plaza. And if you read it down, it says Franklin Bridgewater. And I was talking a bunch about Philadelphia at the time, and Philadelphia has the Franklin Bridge, the Ben Franklin Bridge, and it even mentions the death of a NASCAR driver down at the bottom, and it talks about Pennsylvania. So, and then there's the huge riddle with Teddy Bridgewater of the Minnesota Vikings and Sam Bradford leaving the Eagles to go to the Minnesota and whatnot. So I guess just moral of the story, they're bringing this story all back up that was connected to Philadelphia. Then this year we have the Eagles, the Eagles win the Super Bowl after an earthquake. And then we get a bridge collapse, and the Super Bowl was in Minnesota, synced up to bridges, and the national anthem, and a ton of other things that are going on with it. And what really stuck out to me in regards to all of this is that the address is 888 Best Gate Road. 888, very, very significant number, right? 888 in Greek isosophy. I think it might just be Jesus. It's Jesus or Jesus Christ equals 888. And also in regards to the Royal Rumble equals 888. And remember, Ronda Rousey came out dressed like Roddy Piper at the Royal Rumble, and it was the first ever women's Royal Rumble. And Triple H was important to all that because Triple H is like one of the people who brought her in, right? And the reason that's even more important is because in WrestleMania XXX, I believe, WrestleMania 30, that was held in the San Francisco Bay Area, Ronda Rousey, before she was in the WWE, came in the ring to fight Triple H and whatnot. So Triple H, think about his name. H is the 8th letter, so it's a lot like an 888. And then we got Royal Rumble 888 in Gematria. And think about the earthquake symbolism and whatnot. And think about that in regards to Royal Rumble. And then later this year, and after WrestleMania, we got the greatest Royal Rumble that was in Saudi Arabia. So, like I said, I haven't figured it all out yet. I haven't looked enough into it yet, but there's lots of interesting things going on with what they're doing here. Even the date. The the Bridgewater shooting happened on 8/26, and then this one's happening on 6/28. The reflection, right? The reflection of 6/28 is 8/26. So I'm just wondering. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out this puzzle here. And well, let's just look through some of the stuff that I documented because it also reminds you of the Charlie Hebdo shooting in 2015. And I've been documenting a whole lot about this number 510 and how it's important to Korea and whatnot at Donald Trump's meeting with Korea on 6/12. And in Revelation 6/12, it talks about the great earthquake. So I'm not going to re-explain all that, but Charlie Hebdo equals 510, this really big important number. Korea equals 510, and Donald Trump's birthday this year was the 510th day of being the president, and they announced their peace summit that equals 510 on May 10th, 510, and the South Korean president became president on 5/10. And I noticed that one of the people, this guy right here in the Moneta or the Bridgewater shooting, he was born on May 10th, which was interesting. Also in the year 88, which is important to this story as well. Tons of stuff with the number 88 because Maryland and California, way back when I only knew two ciphers, Maryland and California were the only two states that I knew that out of the 50 states that equaled 88 in gematria. So, I mean, just think about, San Francisco in regards to California, 88, Maryland, 88, newspaper attack, 88, Maryland newspaper equals 88, Trump equals 88. 2015 was also the year of the Chicago Cubs, something else I've been really documenting a whole lot about. And it was synced up to Back to the Future, right? They were supposed to win in Back to the Future. It's 88 miles per hour to time travel. And what's even funnier is in the third movie, Marty McFly says that his name's Clint Eastwood, and Clint Eastwood just turned 88 years old this year. But in regards to the Cubs, Curse of the Billy Goat equals 88. And in satanic gematria, it also equals 888. So possibly something to that. The guy supposedly shot this place up because of an old case that he filed against them for defamation. Defamation equals 88 in gematria. Also, Maryland in reverse reduced equals 47, and this guy who shot it up supposedly, his name equals 211, which is the 47th prime number. Annapolis equals 47. Bestgate equals 47. The word news equals 47. Think about how close it was to the White House, too. White House 47, President 47, DC 47, government equals 47. You know, the Freemason headquarters, the House of the Temple, right, is in Washington, D.C., and the Freemason compass set at 47 degrees. And they have the belief of Euclid's 47th problem about the foundation of a perfect square, and the word foundation equals 47. So think about it. George Washington, Washington, D.C., named after a 33rd degree Freemason, George Washington. Washington, D.C. equals 187. George Washington equals 187. What they actually call Freemasonry equals 187. Stems back to Kabbalah and Jewish mysticism, and the the I want to say the Torah has 187 chapters, and in the Torah they talk about the Messiah returning through the Golden Gate, right? And Golden Gate equals 239, and 2015 was the 239th year of the United States. And Pope Francis arrived in America on his 923rd day as Pope and went to the White House on 23/9, or also 923, and he arrived at 9:23 in the morning, and a ton of other stuff. There was a Philadelphia train wreck earlier that year that happened at 9:23 p.m. And the movie Trainwreck came out later that year with LeBron James, who equals 923, and Amy Schumer's character is 9 years old in the beginning, and the rest of the movie takes place 23 years later. And then think about Pope Francis leaving on the Jesuit anniversary from Philadelphia, the night of the fourth blood moon of the Tetrad. Lots of stuff going on there. So I also pointed out, and I'll just end it here, but just wanted to show a lot of the symbolism that's going on to 2015. But they keep saying it was a targeted attack, right? Targeted attack. In Jewish gematria, that equals 517. And the guy who did it is Jared Ramos, who equals 517. Also, just the word targeted equals 136. And targeted attack equals 136. So there's something big going on with these storylines that I've been following. And August this year, it will be Hulk Hogan's birthday, his 65th birthday, I believe. Let me look that up really quick. Hulk Hogan. And we had Wrestlemania that was 4 months and 4 days after Hulk Hogan's birthday. Yeah, he'll be 65, and his name equals 65. Bridge collapse equals 65. Something really important. Also, the new mayor of San Francisco, London Breed, she will turn 44 years old on this day. 44 years old. The word earthquake equals 44. And she was the acting mayor until 4 months and 4 days before the Golden Gate Bridge anniversary. And the guy who was the 44th mayor of San Francisco, his birthday was on the same day as the bridge collapse in Florida. So I'll leave it there. Just like I said, wanted to make a quick video. There's a lot of symbolism going on and trying to figure it out, and not sure how much time I'll have over the weekend if I finish finding more information. So have a good one. Peace.